Nice. Let's talk a little bit about your house guest now, or your fellow house guest, because that's, I want to know some dirt.
Absolutely.
Your favorite and least favorite house guest?
Favorite house guest.
I have a guess on your least favorite, but I'll wait and see if it's right.
So my favorite house guest, there's so many in there that I love. Here's the thing with Big Brother. You're playing the game, and I can separate the game from emotion.
Yeah.
So I love everyone in that house. And for me, no one in there disappointed me in what they had to do to play the game. So when it's all said and done, I'm not going to have any hard feelings. Can't say the same about some other people, but that's just the way the game is played sometimes. For me, I guess my favorite person, and the person I built such a strong connection with, would be Neha, for sure. And I ended up spending a week in Toronto with her after we were released from sequester, and I love her to pieces. So much fun. But I mean, my Kevy Webby has to definitely be right up there.
Fair enough. That's
up there with it.
That's who I thought, but I wanted to see if you picked somebody else and you did. So. Least favorite?
My least favorite definitely is Greg.
Okay.
And I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. Greg is a very interesting character. He's loud, boisterous, voices his opinion while he was in the house, and that's just him. I did get to spend some time with him in sequester, and oddly enough, Greg is a really nice guy, and we actually connected pretty well in sequester house.
Yeah.
So the Greg that you see in TV in the house is because of the madness of what's going on in the Big Brother house. There's emotions involved. It's a roller coaster ride in there. Paranoia runs crazy in that house. I didn't sleep. So basically for the last month and a half, I haven't slept a wink of anything. Yeah. And I think Greg had the same issue, and he was super paranoid, and sometimes you find him sitting at the top of the stairs at 3 o'clock in the morning staring into nowhere. So it is kind of creepy, but he's a really nice guy, don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's the person game-wise that I definitely did not like in the house.
House guest that you will definitely stay friends with?
House guest that I would definitely stay friends with.
I'm going to guess Neha.
Neha, I'll definitely stay. Sarah, I would definitely stay friends with. Kev, Brittany, all people I would definitely stay friends with. I think that there's not really anyone in there that I wouldn't stay friends with, oddly enough. Even as much as Greg and I didn't get along in the house, I still think I'd like to make a trip out to Van and visit him out there.
Okay, cool. Then I won't ask you who you want to make the best looking house guest, other than Kev. Because I know you're going to pick him. Who's next?
Best looking guy or girl? What do you want? Both? Sure. So for me, best looking house guest Brittany is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So for her, for sure. And her lips, absolutely amazing. Her and I had a makeout session in the hot tub. She is a good kisser, I'll tell you that. Guy-wise, this is a tough one. I feel like it's between Bobby and Zach, and I mean...
It's probably the obvious.
Bobby's a terrible kisser, so that sort of puts him down a peg. He's very sloppy when it comes to kissing, and I did make out with him in the hot tub as well. Zach gave me some tongue, so let's say Zach is the next best looking house guest in there, even though he cut me in the end, so definitely good looking house
Screw
guest.
you, Zach.
Screw you, Zach.
I was going to ask you, I had a question. What's Brittany like? But you obviously sure.
So,
but she seems like she's super cool and like someone that you just want to be friends with.
Absolutely. Brittany is super cool. Like I said, someone you want to be friends with. The only thing with Brittany in the house is she's laid low. She's kind of lazy. And that's an interesting thing about her. Especially when she's on slop. She's miserable when she's on slop. She doesn't do anything. When she would go on slop, she wouldn't eat any of it because she just didn't sit right with her. So this girl would get by 7 days on salsa alone. She'd have spoonfuls of salsa as meals all day long. And that's it. And so that part was absolutely crazy because that totally drains you of energy, and you would just see her lounging around. Some people might criticize her game for actually not playing, and I would say the first couple of weeks, Brittany needed a lot of help to get her where she was. Neha and Sarah certainly brought her to where she was. In the week of her HOH, although what you may have seen on TV was her being queen bee and sort of controlling the week, Sarah was very much behind that HOH as well, and I mean, I was certainly a part of it once the power veto was in my hands to sort of help orchestrate the Greg exit.
Thank you for that.
So someone had to do it. Someone needs to play the damn game because no one's playing it in there.
Yeah.
So, but Brittany overall, chill girl, really enjoy her.
Cool. So Big Brother trivia. I pulled 3 questions from just because I know you're super fan. So I don't want to see if you know the answers. I'm sure you do. We'll start with one that I'm pretty sure you'll know. Who claims to have screwed up the voting on season 1 of Big Brother Canada during the finale?
During the finale, that would be my girl Topaz.
Yes.
I haven't met Topaz yet, but I actually understand that there was legit a blunder. She literally thought she was voting for Gary. That wasn't TV magic or anything like that. She literally thought she was voting for Gary and actually just grabbed the wrong card.
Because it seemed like it could have been a bit of
No. How crazy though, like to vote wrong like that and to cost Gary $80,000.
Yeah.
It's insanity. They're still good friends though outside the house, so that says something about Gary's character.
That's very cool. Who won America's Choice on the finale of Big Brother season 13?
Oh God, now you're killing me. Big Brother season 13.
I'll give you a hint. This person is part of a couple now that is getting married.
A couple now that is getting married. Would this, I guess, have been Jeff? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Super cute couple, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're
Adorbs.
fantastic. Yeah. And who was the first Big Brother contestant to have all 7 jury members vote to have them win the $500,000 prize?
Oh, I feel like we should know this. Was this Dan Giesling?
It was.
Yeah.
That was in season 10.
Yes, his first go around. Amazing player. One of the best arguably to play the game. He's right up there in my top 5 for sure. So.
And it's nice to see him being really into Big Brother Canada.
It's crazy how many U.S. house guests actually follow us Canadians, and they are just as excited to chat with us, message us as we get out of the house as the Canadian ones.
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Big Brother Canada has totally surpassed Big Brother US in my category of like which I like better. Because I honestly, Big Brother Canada is by far way cooler.
I have to agree with you on this. I think Big Brother Canada really does it up. We really made it our home, and I think it's going to be a really successful franchise, and we're going to see it go on and on.
Yeah, I may at one point in life try and audition for this.
You have to do it. It is so much fun. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Do it.
Okay, cool.
Do it.
Final couple of questions, just because I know we've been talking for a long time. I can talk to you forever just because Big Brother is so awesome. On a personal level, who do you want to see win? And on a game level, as Johnny the contestant,
Yes.
who do you think is winning?
Okay, so personal level, I'd love to see my girl Sarah win. She's sort of found herself in an interesting position now that the heat is sort of off of her back, although I think she's going to have a hard time to make a run to the end. There's some big guys left in the house that really need to start targeting each other if they're going to get to that end game. Bruno, Bobby, Zach, and Kevin are huge competitors in that house. If Sarah can sort of fly under the radar, she could go far, but it might be an uphill battle for her. So that's who I would want to win as a person. Game-wise, the people who are playing the best games in my mind are, and I would have said Zach, but his blunder and allowing JP to go home on his HOH, worst move in Big Brother history ever. Aside from the fact that he's just getting super cocky in that house, and it's even showing now as we move into the further weeks, he's still not concerned about Bruno and Bobby, and these guys are going to cut him the first chance they get. So for me, I would have said Zach before, not anymore. The 3 people I think we need to watch out for who are going to play a great game. Bruno's playing an amazing game. The HOH that put me out, but I'm going to give him credit where it's due. He's really one of the only ones in that house that is smart and actually knows what's going on and knows what he's doing. So he is one we need to watch out for. Kevin, although Kevin was completely clueless for the first couple weeks in the house as to what's going on, he's got a lot of luck on his side, and he's really able to get himself out of a corner when he's backed against the wall. He's, positioned himself in this diaper alliance with the couples, let's say, and he's sort of good on the other side as well. Although Kevin is a physical competitor, he will still be a target, but Kevin is playing a great game, and I think with a lot of luck, he could find himself in the end. The only other person I think that we really need to watch out for, this one might surprise some people, is Ashley. Ashley's actually playing a really great game. One might think that she's completely under, Zach's spell, and to some degree she is, but there are glimmers of a really good game player in there, and that was someone on my way out the door that I really warned her. You need to watch out for Zach. He's playing his own game, and he will cut you the first chance he gets. And I honestly believe that Ashley, although I don't think she'll take out Zach herself, would like someone like a Brittany or a Sarah to take care of Zach. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's up on the block, maybe against someone like a Peely.
Okay.
She might cast a vote to evict Zach, despite the showman. So those are the 3 I think we need to watch for this season.
Okay, cool. Dude, I like the insight because I have my thoughts on who I think should win or will win, but
Well, who do you think is going to...
personally, I'd like to see Brittany.
Brittany,
Just
okay.
because I really like her. There's something about her. You're not there, so I can't pick you. Because I'm obviously rooting for the one big guy.
Obviously.
But Brittany, now that she's there, Brittany for sure. But I think, if Cindy can hang on, she could win, but I don't know.
I don't know if it's doable. Unfortunately, it might be a revolving door for her. And I mean, we're looking at week 2 all over again. Brittany and Cindy up on the block. It's like deja vu.
Yeah, Bobby Bobby's not knowing it.
No,
Bobby's too
Bobby is not playing the game. You can explain the game to him 5 times over and he still doesn't understand what he's doing. And I hate to say it, and it's maybe a harsh word to say, Bobby's irrelevant. He really is irrelevant in that house, and he sort of blends into the scenery.
Yeah, he's there for people to look at, and that's
I mean, maybe he'll prove us all wrong, and maybe he'll take a run with Bruno, but I feel like Bruno just tells him what to do and has to try to explain every step of the game to him.
I can see Bruno taking it at the end.
I think so.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be cool to see what plays out.
Absolutely.
Johnny, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sorry that you're not on the show, but it was great to have you here. And you want to tell people how to follow you on Twitter? And
Absolutely.
all that stuff?
So people can follow me on Twitter at @Colatruglio, so JCOLATRUGLIO. I'm also on Instagram, Johnny Colatruglio, JOHNNY. My last name COLATRUGLIO. And I have a Facebook fan page. Look me up, Johnny Colatruglio. And I try to interact with all my fans, so feel free to message me questions. I try to answer everything.
Awesome, cool. We'll put that all up on the screen down here somewhere.
Cool.
At some point. Johnny, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.